Hello everybody, I'm Skye and I'm from Dragon Dust Pigment. I'm here today to talk to you guys about our special effects pigments. Now, in one of our last videos I talked about what mica is, and that mica is a natural source and is obviously harvested from the ground. So now we're going to talk about our special effects pigments, and these pigments are not mined from the ground. These pigments are actually synthetic. Now, we have a total of 4 special effects pigments at the moment. We have Midnight Royale, which is a color shift, kind of teal to purple shade. We also have Magical Alicorn, which is very interesting because this one kind of takes a different form with every single different color and appliance of this color. We also have Holo, which is a color shift holographic pigment, and we also have Supernova, which is a beautiful, sparkly, iridescent kind of magic that we have here. So these pigments are not approved for skin use, but they can be used in any craft that you'd like. So they can be used in slime. Nothing will happen if you put them on your skin. It's just they are synthetic, so they are not used for things like cosmetics or for lipstick or for blush or face products. So things like slime, these are really good for. They're also used for slime, and not only slime but also nails. We use them very commonly in nails. So if you've ever seen iridescent nails, then that's what this is. Also used on things like cars and burnished on, bikes, metals, lacquers, paints, things like that. So here I have some samples of it burnished on different colors. I know these look almost exactly the same. This is our Holo color. Now I know it doesn't look like these are different colors, but you can see on the back these are all different colors. It's just this pigment is really that opaque that even when burnished on the top, it completely takes over and looks amazing. Now also I'm going to show you our Midnight Royale, which this is also 3 different colors, although you may not be able to tell. You can tell that this has that iridescent back and forth kind of color shift thing. These are 3 different colors. You can see that. It's purple, black, and white. And then remember how I said alicorn kind of takes a different form on every different color? This is a great example of that. This is an array of colors with our alicorn pigment. This pigment is amazing because it really looks good on every single color. You can see that these are all different colors. We have like an array of pinks and whites and black and purple. And it really looks different on every single one. But as a general rule, our alicorn pigment will shift from green to purple. So now I'm going to show you what this looks like inside our slime. So I'm going to add a little bit of activator to slime. And first I'm going to start with a small piece, and I'm going to show you our Supernova pigment. This is my favorite pigment because it is our most glittery special effect pigment that we have. So when you're mixing in these pigments are a lot more expensive since they are harder to make, but and you don't want to waste them. So when you're mixing them into slime or resin, be careful and make sure to mix slowly so you don't waste too much product. Now I added a little bit. You can see it's getting a little bit of an iridescent shine, but it doesn't have that much of an iridescent shine. Now you can add different levels of this pigment. So if you already have a color added or another pigment added, then you probably only need a little bit. But if this is the only pigment you're adding, then you're probably going to want to add more. We don't have a sample for nails for the Supernova pigment quite yet, but those will be coming and we'll be showing them to you on our Instagram, which you should go follow. That's Dragon Dust Pigment. On there we let everyone know about new products, when they're coming, and also just pictures of what our products look like on different things and applied in different ways. So you can see that this pigment is really magical because when I bend it around, it really has different effects. It looks like pink and magenta, orange and green. You can really see all these different colors that it has. It really has this shifting effect that no other pigment has. The alicorn has a similar shifting effect, but it's nowhere near as glittery as the Supernova. This slime's a little bit sticky also, I got it all over my hands. But that's our Supernova pigment. Next we have, I'm going to show you the difference between the Supernova and the alicorn, which is a little bit different. So this is our alicorn pigment. Although it may look gray in the bottle, it looks a lot different when you mix it in with things. Now this one you can see has a much finer grit, and it also has a slightly different sheen to it. So when I bend it around, you see it still has that kind of magical green to pink effect. This looks especially amazing when you burnish this on top of black UV polish or black resin. Or also if you are a resin caster, then you know that you can take pigments and you can paint them inside of molds before you pour in the resin to add a different effect, which is extra shimmery. You can also do that, and if you pour in black on top of that, that'll look really amazing. It'll really bring out all of these different hues. So there you can see those are our two kind of magical alicorn Supernova pigments. Now I'm going to show you our more color shifting kind of pigments. The first one I'm going to show you is the Midnight Royale, which is our teal to purple color shift. Some of these colors are a little bit hard to capture on camera. But this color shift pigment is also synthetic. It is only approved for lacquer cosmetics and for crafts that obviously things that don't include applying to the face or body. So it's great. It is okay for slime. It is okay for resin casting, crafts, nails, anything like that, paint. So if you do any kind of burnishing or lacquering for any kind of anything on top of metal, plastic, wood, it really works on any surface as long as that surface is sealed. You can burnish that or you can mix it in. So you can see this definite color shifting action we have here. That we've got. Now the last one I'm going to show you is our Hello Holo. This is also a color shift, but it's also hollow. Now it's going to be a little bit hard to capture this holographic effect on camera, but as a general rule, if you really want to see the holographic in this pigment, then you want to go into direct light. So filtered light, like for example, if you have lights and they're diffused with a diffuser, then it's probably not going to show off the holo very well. You're going to want to go in direct light, like for example the direct sun is great, or just direct LEDs really work. Now any kind of holographic pigment is going to take a lot in order to fully color slime, mostly because Holographic is more of a glitter as opposed to like a fine flat pigment. It's not completely flat like mica is, so it's going to take, it's going to look like particles. It's going to take a lot more to actually show off its magic. That's why I more recommend these special effect pigments for things like paints or resin. So now you can kind of see that we're getting a little bit of that color shift action. Now it's just to show off the holo. So we're going to get another shot at the end inside the sun so you can really see what this holographic pigment can do. But for right now you can see all three of these. Now another question that might be asked quite often is what happens if you mix these together? Well, if you mix them together, there's really not much that's going to happen. It's probably just going to turn brown, as would most colors. It's not like these are some magical fairy dust, and if you mix them together then it's going to like turn into something crazy. Of course it looks good because it's all pretty iridescent stuff. But it kind of just turned brown, as I said. But yeah, so these pigments can be used in any of your crafts. They're super sparkly, super beautiful. They're best used in small quantities, probably for things you only need small amounts for, since they are more expensive pigments. But if you really wanted to go crazy and make a giant batch of glittery alicorn slime, then go for it. So these special effect pigments we do sell on our website. We sell them in the half gram and full gram sizes. They come in a dram bottle just like this. It's a glass bottle, you can hear, and also it comes with a little kind of spatula spoon which will aid in applying. And see you guys next time.